This right here, girl, is an ad. I'm gonna need you to get you some of this Just Move Energy supplement so you can have the energy to get your workouts done like I need to get mine done, girl. It is sometimes a struggle and you need a little extra. Plus the protein shakes. I don't have an appetite a lot of the time. Protein shakes really help me after the workout because I do not want to be on the massage table with my stomach growling because that's where I'm going after this, okay? So I get my protein shake done before, boom, I got both of them. I'm ready, okay? I'm getting old. My knees is a problem. Do you see me warming it up? Do you see me trying to stretch it out? That's 35 pounds. I'm squatting 35 pounds. I'm proud. You can get those gloves and other workout gear from LASHAE.com. The link is down below in the description box, girl. Yes. Girl, I have to give it to myself. You look good, girl. You look good. Juvie. I just had to put him in here because he's cute. I'm on my way to the spa, girl. Piece of serenity. My homegirl does not want to be seen, but she does the best massages. I go to her at least once a week for this muscle situation, girl. And she also gave me this massage cream with CBD in it that really helps with my aches and my pain. So get you some. All of this. Get you some. 15% off with my Relax Me Bondi code. Okay, girl? Get it. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Hi. Are you no longer doing? Why would you say that? I'm on Facebook right now. This intro is so cute. I was good at things like that. I wish I was good at things like, oh, all right. Hello, everybody. Just reading some of the comments that y'all come in, child. I'm still waking up in the face. What's going on? Girl, it was a time had last night. Listen, I had a good time last night. Okay, I'm still trying to wake up in my face. But I said I was going to come to y'all with this early to get this out the way because tonight, what's today? Thursday? Okay, so probably maybe around like about 5 or 4. Probably 4 or 5. 5. We'll say 5. And that way I'll be done in time for Ladies First to be our interview with Dr. Francis is for 7. I believe, on Niecy's channel. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. I posted a link for it already, I think, or she did, and I'll repost it soon. But yes, tonight we're going to be doing Queen of the Damned. So I'll be back with y'all tonight about 5 so we can do Queen of the Damned. And then, excuse me, sorry. My plan is to do Eve's Bayou this weekend. So probably like Saturday. I might come see y'all with Eve's Bayou during the day. That's what I'm thinking I want to do. But I wanted to do Queen of the Damned that night. So, close to night, sun setting, okay? At dawn, or dusk, whichever it is, child. I'll try not to be too extra in that live, but I can't wait to do it. I'm excited. I might even I probably won't, but I might. Who knows? It's giving. It's gonna be a now that we're grown, but it's also gonna be like a Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna mix the two. But I have to finish watching Eve's Bayou, y'all. But like the video as y'all come into the room, we're about to get into 4 different shows, Rashy Reality. I'm gonna try to breeze through them as quickly as possible, you guys. Okay. We have, of course, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Black Ink Crew, and the new shows are After Happily Ever After. Okay, get your okay, get your words right. And Surreal Life, which we're gonna start with. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna keep Surreal Life. We're trying it out because I did watch it and it was good. It was 2 hours long, so we have some things to cover. So without any further ado, make sure you're liking the video as you come in. All my moderators, whoever is moderating, thank you for joining. Please do that, and share the video with people and stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the Surreal Life, girl. First of all, y'all see Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman. A lot of y'all little young children like Manny, the makeup artist, okay? Y'all don't know who Dennis Rodman is. It's sad. It's sad. Because low key, for like the gay boys, I don't know if y'all know, especially like, this is like a white Puerto Rican, a white Puerto Rican Mormon. So no, but like essentially, I feel like Dennis Rodman made it okay for people to like outwardly express themselves if they didn't fit into the binary. If they didn't fit into the box they were supposed to fit in. Like Dennis Rodman was definitely the guy in the 90s that was doing all of the weird shit. And people just let him, they said shit, of course. They did shit, but as long as he was playing basketball and winning basketball games, which he was really good, it really didn't matter that he was a freak and doing all kind of weird stuff. And I mean freak like having sex with everybody, not freak like, the hair and the piercings and dressing in women's clothes and stuff like that. Yeah, no, not that part. The freak part was the having sex with everybody. I mean, so many people. Like I could at one point it was like, girl, we don't even like, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna see if let's look for a list of people that Dennis Rodman rumored to sleep with. Okay. Let's see. All the celebrities Dennis Rodman has slept with. Okay. The girlfriend list. Let's see. Madonna. We knew about Madonna. We knew about Carmen Electra. Child, Madonna fucked everybody. Vivica Fox. Child, when he showed up with Vivica Fox, girl. Okay, it was given, we definitely hunching tonight. Of course, there were other people who, we don't really know like that, but like, I feel like he dated a whole bunch of people. And it was like a plethora of different people. You know what I'm saying? So like his era was definitely one where he was, Tony Braxton, of course. Tamar had to remind him about Tony because he didn't remember about Tony. But yeah, there's a long list of people here. Yeah, I missed the Vivica one too. I had to look it up. But Dennis Rodman is absolutely iconic, like, period. So he got some shit with him as well, though. Like severely up, for lack of a better term. He's up. You know what else though? August Alsina. August, I feel like you don't even realize like you're like young him on some slick shit. Like not really, but in your awkwardness and your weirdness and your your self-centeredness, it's definitely given a lot of similarity. So I think that Dennis Rodman saw himself a lot in August Alsina, which is why he immediately started fucking with him. But yes, let's go ahead and get into these notes. So Dennis Rodman was different and shocking back in the day, and now people do it without it having the negative moniker that it once did, even though people still are kind of like assholes about people being different. But you can do what you want to do. Especially if you a big tall ass black man. They're gonna leave you alone, girl. Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels is a part of the house, but she didn't come until 2 days later, 2 or 3 days later. Tamar says she went to therapy, girl, and she has had, an energy shift, and she has her energy shifting bell, and she's here. And I'm like, girl, you're good at these shows, so I'm sure we'll enjoy you. Dennis didn't remember Tamar or that he had dated Tony Braxton. She said, Google yourself. Google yourself. Okay, listen, girl, look, yeah, Dennis Rodman was good. First of all, outside of like, all of the weird shit, Dennis Rodman just by himself is tall, fine, nice looking to me. I'm just saying, like, especially when he was younger, nice looking, tall, and big old meat. Look like, you would take him for a spin. Not nothing you want to keep, but just something you try every now and again. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody you go on a date with. You have a good night. You see what the dick is about. You go home. You tell your girlfriends. You have something to put in your memory box. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he gives. Yeah, when he was younger, he was absolutely fine. To me. Dennis Rodman, fine. Girl, okay, hold up. Let me see. Dennis Rodman, Vivica. Let's see. Get a good picture. This nigga always had on makeup. That's hilarious. It's because he had bad skin. Oh, that's why. That makes so much sense. Niggas do weird shit. Niggas do weird shit, y'all. And it really just because they be insecure. Okay. There's makeup. There's makeup. But yeah, no. I'm a, I like mouth. I'm a big proponent of mouth. Okay. So yeah, no, absolutely. Like, especially without all the extra shit. Like, he tall, he was in great shape, and he had mouth. Like, I unless he did something I didn't like, child, I wouldn't necessarily kick him out of bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that next morning, like, nigga, what was I thinking? Cut my arm off. Yeah, Dennis Rodman was in Babs. I remember that. But yeah, some people don't remember him before all the piercings. Yeah, I know. They don't remember him before he started doing all the weird shit. But I remember like seeing him when he was younger and playing ball, because like my dad loved basketball. So I remember watching him play and seeing him back then. And it was just always just boo mouth. And a bitch love a lot of mouth. That's just, it's a thing for me. Anyway, so moving on. August Alsina, y'all know, king of entanglements. Manny, the makeup artist, beauty guru. Okay, he didn't know who Dennis Rodman was. He didn't know who Kim Coles was, but he was a huge fan of Frankie Monk's. Y'all know Malcolm in the Middle. Okay, Malcolm in the Middle still looks like a kid a little bit. So we're gonna see what's going on with him. Because usually like men that have like that forever kid thing be having shit with them. So we're gonna see how that all plays out. But Frankie seems super duper nice. And I'm like, okay, he seems really cool. He's all excited just to have a wife and a kid. He said when he left Hollywood, he took a break from it, turned down a lot of really big movies and stuff like that. Maybe he shouldn't have, but he really needed a break from it. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Child stars usually need to go and ground themselves in, reality after being a child star like that. I think, only a few celebrities have done their growing up in front of everybody and it's gone well, because most people most people need to go and get themselves together somewhere, because being a child star is extremely stressful and traumatic. CJ Perry from WWE, she knows who everybody is basically. I'm a huge fan of Manny. Dennis is obviously off standoffish with everybody, like he's sitting there in the same spot for 3 hours with his sunglasses on, smoking his cigar. Yeah, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get with Dennis. Sometimes Dennis is cool, sometimes Dennis is an asshole. Then we're gonna see at some point Dennis is gonna be erratic. Like Dennis is all over the place. Okay. Um, Everybody had to pick a room. Tamar moved in with CJ. August says he isn't, speaking on the entanglement. Child, we know at some point he gonna speak on that damn entanglement. Tamar says that he spoke kind words to her when she was going through her divorce from Vince when she was on a plane one time. Y'all know August is from New Orleans, so gab, gift. Okay. Everyone gets ready for bed, and Dennis Rodman's dick bounces out of his shorts. I don't know if anybody caught that. They tried to blur his penis as he was like, getting undressed to go to bed, and that shit bounced. And I was just like, yeah, there was no way you were hiding that. I I was floored. I was like, wait a minute. Like, okay. So then the next morning, we see folks, doing their morning routines. August is stretching and, listening to meditation music. He changes his clothes 4 times. I'm like, that's problematic for me. Then they get the phone, which has the clue for the day, and they're going to use the phone to record their experiences because it's a real life is about basically having a whole bunch of crazy experiences with a group of celebrities. Okay, everyone goes to the ring with CJ to wrestle. They get to come up with different characters, and the names have to be something Spanish or something like that. Child, it was just funny to watch. Not nothing that I really need to commentate on, but Kim Cole's, hers was La Luna. Okay. Kim Cole's was La Luna. Manny is El Solicito. Okay. Because Manny likes to clean. And honestly, that was the funniest shit when he came out there with the broom. I was dying laughing. Tamar was carne asada, which means grilled meat, because she didn't know anything else in Spanish to say. I was like, really? I'd have named myself a chica de la pata make a cinco doce before I named myself carne asada, which means I'd have named, myself, the guy in that one apartment. So, so August is like, August is hot tamales. August, it was giving cowboy, but he was swinging it this way instead of this way. Like, what is this? What you about to do with this? Like, I did. Oh my god, it was funny. Frankie. No. I'm sorry. Manny was El Solicito. I forgot what that meant. I forgot what his meant. Frankie was the one that was the cleaner with the with the broom. Like that shit was hilarious. He was El Pequino Limpiario. I was like, okay, the little cleaner. CJ is Svetlana because that's who she was when she wrestled anyway. And Dennis was Rodzilla for obvious reasons. Stormy Daniels finally gets there, and some people did not know who she was or, what she did. Basically, we find out that Stormy Daniels is not just a prostitute that slept with Trump years ago. She's also a paranormal investigator. She lives here in New Orleans. She ghost hunts, and she came in with a creepy little doll named what was the doll's name, y'all? I forgot the damn doll's name, but it was a creepy ass doll. I think it might have been named Sarah. I don't know, girl, but it was creepy and it creeped everybody out. Okay. She talked about the interview that she did with Trump, Susan. That's what I thought. And she says that they cut a lot of things out of that interview. His, racist comments that he made, him bribing her, him being on the phone with Hillary. She heard a whole conversation and they cut that part out. I'm like, y'all cut out the juiciest shit from that interview. Can we please get a re-edit now that he's not the president and y'all aren't trying to protect his image anymore? Like, can we please like see? Like, I want to see what was said, okay? But yeah, she has a haunted doll because she ghost hunts, and that's fun. August has the sage as they're having this conversation, and his room is supposed to be the room she's moving into, and he basically went and moved her mattress out of the room and put it downstairs because he was not going to sleep in the room with the doll. And I was just kind of like, I know everybody thought that was like okay, but I was with Dennis when he was like, "Boy, what the fuck? What is wrong with you?" Like, yeah, when the dog winked, I thought that was hilarious. So I probably would have been like, "Listen, no, he did not move his. He moved hers." He didn't know. I know you thought he moved his own because I was like, "Wait, did he move his mattress or her mattress?" And then I saw her sleeping downstairs next to the sofa where he had put the mattress. So, yeah, no, he moved her mattress downstairs. And I thought it was like the weirdest bad girls club shit I have ever seen a grown man do. And I was like, I told y'all. Because I feel like everybody wanted to make a fucking victim out of August Alsina because of the shit that happened with Jada. And I was just like, no. That's not what I'm feeling. It's giving self-absorbed. Yeah, she really let it rock. She didn't even say anything. She just went downstairs and slept on that fucking mattress in the main living area. And I was just kind of like, really? You couldn't ask her to, like, just make sure the doll wasn't staring in your vicinity? Like, you couldn't ask her to, like, hey, bitch, can you just not have it sitting up staring at me? If you want to sleep with the doll, bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But can you not have it staring at me? Like, that's fine. But to actually move her entire mattress down the stairs into the living room, I thought that was a bit much and automatically turned me off. I was just kind of like, all right, well, I'm not going to like August Alsina's ass. I'm not going to like him, girl, because that's just way too much for me. Yeah, self-absorbed, misogynistic. Y'all, when I tell y'all, like, they had to remind me he was from New Orleans, and I was like, oh, yeah, I definitely don't feel sorry for him. I know niggas like him. I know niggas like him. Girl. That's, remember what I be telling y'all about niggas from the city that be, a little light complected, think they pretty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. Girl, no. So I don't care. I don't care. Okay. I will objectify you in my, in the Discord, but I am not interested. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank y'all. It was terrible, girl. Anyway, so which made me like Dennis a little bit. I don't know why, because Dennis was like, boy, what the is wrong with you? And that just kind of had me be like, oh wow, Dennis actually said something. But whatever. So they have dinner and they play One Is a Lie, and we just basically get information about people with that game. Stormy put her boobs on somebody, almost went to jail for that, and she stole a horse. Kim Coles, that is, okay, Sinclair, she shopped all of her living single money away after the show got canceled because she was depressed. That makes me so sad about that last season. Dennis just tells us that he had an indecent proposal situation where a woman wanted to have sex with him, and her husband and him husband and her propositioned him, and he was like, sure. So they went upstairs. The husband stayed down there at the bar. He fucked her. She liked it. She went downstairs. The husband was like, did you like it? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, that's the end of the story. And I was just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't surprise me at all. Dennis does have a sex appeal about himself. Ooh, look at his shoulders. Exactly, Jasmine. You know what it gives? It gives he probably is like extremely intense in the bed. Like niggas who be weird like that on the outside, usually when they get in a bed with you, they give you all of their like attention. Like they, you know what I'm saying? And then don't Dennis look like he do everything? Like Dennis look like he been eating ass since like 1993. You know what I'm saying? Like this is new to you niggas. I've been eating these hoes alive for years. You know what I'm saying? Carmen said he was intense. Yes, that's what it gives to me. Like, you know, I've met like, you know, weird ass people. I'm gonna just say people in general that have like this very you know, they don't give a fuck, they don't really care in front of everybody. But as soon as you get them ass, you know, behind a closed door, they licking you from the part in the middle of your forehead all the way down to in between your toes, and you don't know how you gonna go on without fucking them again. Okay. Okay, why are you doing this to me? Like, you know, and everybody's asking you, girl, what is wrong with you? Look at this nigga, and you like, y'all just don't understand. Okay, that's what Dennis is giving. Okay. So they have dinner. Wait, hold on. No, I told y'all that the Indeed proposal. Okay, Dennis keeps interrupting August. Dennis, okay, Dennis just doesn't like August, is what it seems like. He asked him, where will he be in 6 years? Kind of, it was almost a question to sun him, if you ask me. I pay attention to context a lot and not so much the words. And it was like, oh, you know, little nigga, what you got figured out about yourself? Where you gonna be in 6 years? You know what I'm saying? That was the vibe it gave. Dennis keeps interrupting him and he says, can you finish? He's like, can you let me finish my motherfucking answer, please? Like, you know, cursing and shit. Everybody at the table got quiet and it was a little nervous and stuff. And then Stormy made a sex joke because she's also a comedian and everybody laughed and she was like, you're welcome. And I was just like, okay, wait, I like Stormy. Okay. Like Stormy is hilarious. Then it says next 10 days, he won't say shit then. I'm like, oh, here we go with niggas like that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like that too. Make me feel like my presence is annoying you, and watch how I withdraw. Oh, I ain't gotta say nothing else then. That's fine. Y'all know I'm quick to. I've been on live before. Let too many people in the comments work on my nerves and watch how I get out of a fucking live real quick. Oh, okay. So we. Oh, I'm doing. Oh, all right then. I'm out. See y'all later. Like I'm the same way. Anyway, August says, well, that's counterproductive. It's like, shut up, August, even though it is. Then Dennis gets emotional for no reason. It's like, Dennis, what the fuck is going on? Like, everybody's confused, okay? Frankie and Manny plus Kim and Tamar getting close gives much needed positive energy to the show. Absolutely. CJ passes out in bed with Stormy, which this is when we find out that Stormy's bed was downstairs. And then the next morning, everyone gets dressed for the next day. They're supposed to be having, you know, whatever experience. And then we see Dennis's dick again. They do yoga on a horse, which I thought was very interesting. CJ was the only one that was really, you know, capable of doing it. I said, yeah, that take a lot of core strength to stand up on that horse like that. Tamar doesn't do animals or mushrooms, so she wasn't going to be down for this. Everybody just kind of rode the horses. And even when, you know, that was another thing. I was like, why does it seem like people that know how to fuck know how to ride horses? Like, because Dennis and August was just, you know, real comfortable on them horses, bro. Just real comfortable. And if you've ever ridden a horse before, you understand the mechanics of what your body has to do in order to not be like bouncing on a horse like this. You have to kind of like, you have to be tight in your thighs, but you also have to know how to like release. And then like, that's why it's a workout. It's not something you can do, you know, like you don't see a lot of like, you know, out of shape ass people riding horses because it, you know, yes, it requires a lot of like control in your hips and in your thighs and shit. And girl, listen, I didn't went horseback riding before. Them horses get, when they start to gallop, you can fly off them motherfuckers. So I always just kind of bend down. I don't know why, but my instinct is to bend like this, like to stick my butt out more so I can make sure that my center of gravity is more flat than upright. So when the, you know, the horse is bucking like that, I'm kind of like, you know, so I get I get the mechanics of it. Yeah, Frankie was all over the place, poor thing. Okay. But it was absolutely giving. If you know how to ride a horse, you probably know how to fuck. No, you're right. You lean forward and hold on. It's like, okay, thank you. It's a natural rocking on on a horse. You have to have good muscle control. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, it says so much. It does. I rode a horse one time and I was sweating so bad. Yeah, no, it's hard. It's not. like you can have like a nice little, but to actually like go, you gotta yourself be physically in shape. That shit is hard. Child, I need Dennis Rodman to stop walking around naked for real. Bro, when I tell you, we see, like, I have it in my notes several times where we go see this man's penis, okay? What else happened? Dennis likes Tamar because she reminds him of her sister, the way she talks. He said whenever he's around his sister, he just sit and listen to her laugh. He just sits and laughs all the time because she's so funny. Manny shares his coming out story and feeling guilty for not being perfect, which is something that resonated with me. Frankie and August ride horses together because they were the only ones, I guess, that wanted to ride when everybody else went to the pool. CJ comes out in her red bikini, making Tamar and Kim feel bad. And then they started like taking pictures, and Kim was like spread out all over the chase and shit. It was hilarious. Stormy says that, Stormy says Susan has her own equestrian outfit, but she couldn't go because she makes people feel uncomfortable. And they showed that little doll in her equestrian outfit. Yeah, I was dying laughing at that shit. I don't know why, but that shit was hilarious to me. Every time they put that little doll like in there somewhere, I was just laughing. Anyway, what else happened? Malcolm talks about his wife and son centering him. Manny has never had any boyfriends. And it was so funny when Manny was talking about how he feels like about monogamy and all of this type of stuff, because like I always talk about how I feel like gay men are like, the biggest whores, of them all. Like, it's no disrespect, but like gay men are whores. And it's because you're with another man, and men in general are whores, whether they are gay or straight, men are whores. So usually a woman is the only thing that stops a man from having as much sex and doing as much nasty shit as he would do. And so if you have two men together, then nobody's stopping anybody from doing a whole bunch of nasty ass shit all the time. So yeah, nobody's cooch is getting sore. So some jaws maybe, but it's kind of like good food. You're full, but you don't want to stop eating. So, when he was talking about how basically he had to get some confidence and understand, he didn't understand what a relationship with a man looked like for him as a man. It only showed up as sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it only showed up as one night stands and situationships, but never real relationships. And that was coming from a place of not feeling worthy within him. And it was so funny because I've had this conversation. I remember having this conversation with a gay guy years ago, and he argued me down because he felt that sending dick pics to random gay guys was something that was normal because all of the gay guys do it. And I'm like, yeah, it may be the norm, but y'all are a whole bunch of hoes, and y'all should really try to deal with that. Like that's dangerous. You should probably kind of get some help about that, because that's not safe for you to just be like randomly so open with your body with people who you don't know. You should get that together. You know what I'm saying? And it really does come from a place of not feeling wanted, of not feeling worthy of love that doesn't seem, dirty or sneaky. You know what I'm saying? So I think that really is like a thing, that they feel guilt about who they are. So the acting out of that feels like a bad thing. So it can't be in an open, emotional, relationship. It has to only be about the sex, because that's what's easiest for men. Even if they are gay, the emotion part is something they really have to like understand and grapple with at some point, because they're still men regardless of the fact whether they're gay or straight. What y'all said? Like bathhouses. Yes, my friend heard Braxton's and now he thinks you're talking about Manny Fresh. What? Manny Fresh has nothing to do with the Braxtons. Okay, Tony is with Baby. We haven't seen the Big Timers together in years. Okay, y'all. Manny grew up Mormon. Yes, and he was in the closet for years. It makes sense why he hasn't had a boyfriend. He's had a whole bunch of one night stands though. Child, and look where them damn bathhouses got them. Got them build the YMCA used to be their place. Oh wow, young man, put yourself on the ground. I said, young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man. There's no need to feel unhappy. Do it, Miss Thing, do it. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They got everything for the men to enjoy. You can do whatever you feel. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone, but they made that song for a reason, bro. That is hilarious. Make sure y'all like the video, bro. Okay. All right, where was I in the notes? I'm so sorry. I'm almost done with this. Okay. Manny, wait, oh yeah, Dennis. Dennis being ahead of his time, marrying himself 27 years ago. Honestly, I feel like Dennis is fucked up on some level, but there's a mechanism inside of Dennis's mind that is from the future. Like, he's like a really good dead clock. Okay, it might actually be right more than 2 times a day. Okay, because like I don't even know, like when I think about how different he was and how ahead of his time he was in so many different ways, because even as a man, to marry yourself 27 years ago in a wedding dress, like that was symbolism for women in some way, as far as I'm concerned. Like it should have been a lesson. Like, this man is being honest enough to let y'all know he ain't shit, and so he can only really marry and be with himself. He said that's the only commitment I can really deal with, is being committed to myself. And I actually have a lot of respect for that, because essentially it was like a level of honesty that I feel like a lot of people weren't accustomed to. And now that we're in this day and age, you hear people like Maya saying that she married herself. And, it really does, I think, mean my life is about me. It's not about finding a person to be with. You know what I'm saying? It's about me enjoying my life. But it's not the ultimate goal for me is not to find that person, because it seems as if everybody believes that everybody's life goal is to find that person, when essentially that person sometimes for a lot of people is they damn selves. Okay. So yeah, definitely ahead of the game on so many things. Like, yeah. Let me see. Quiet as it's kept. I'm 37 years old, gay, live in Louisiana. I've never been in a relationship. Gay men are as emotionally stunted as straight men. You ain't got to tell me, friend. If I marry myself, can I get tax breaks? I don't think so. Yes, but I thought he referenced his wife multiple times. You think he has a wife now? Do you think he'll ever get it right with his children? I think he'll probably have moments. I don't think he'll ever be what anybody needs from him at this point. But I think there is something in him that will have a moment with those children where they have some clarity about who he is for real. Instead of, because when he said he felt he was too fucked up to be a father, when he said I feel like I wasn't supposed to be a father. I wasn't good enough to be a father. I felt like I was too selfish. It reminds me of how men, when they are assholes to other people, they really don't like themselves, and they're scared that people are going to see the part of themselves that they're trying to hide. But the funny part is that when they act that way, we see it anyway. When they act like that, we see it anyway. So it is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I love when he played with the Bulls, but anyone that's that close with Kim Jong-un, I don't know. But he didn't marry Carmen Electra. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Definitely like a narcissist and a fucked up person on some level, for sure. He messed up as a dad, but his daughter is thriving. Yes, she looked just like him, right? Not y'all saying Dennis was a cute lady. Speaking of children, I wonder who's watching August niece / daughter while he was doing this show. Probably one of the family members. No, not now. I was confused because I thought he mentioned my wife as if he was married. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. He probably was at some point. Self-sabotage and the power of your subconscious. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Manny asked how he feels about monogamy, how August feels about monogamy. And August says, never say never. Manny was nervous. August thought he was trying to be facetious or, a smart ass or shady about, like a entanglement, Jada, Will comment type thing. And it's like, y'all got to relax. They're not the only people ever to be in, open relationships or non-monogamous ones. Like, they're not the only people ever. Okay. Manny says he stopped having one night stands. He didn't know what being gay was. He didn't have to be a whore. He tries to pray the gay away. August likes when people speak their truth because people try to put their foot on his neck. Yeah, I want to talk about that. August. On some level, I understand what you mean about speaking your truth, but on another level, I feel like it's not just your truth to tell. That situation with Jada, like everybody acts like, Will and Jada are always telling us all their business. When the truth of the matter is, August Alsina told Jada and Will's business, and Jada and Will had to come and clean it up after the fact because people was all in their business and they was already down to the red table talk. So I feel like when he said that, it was making himself a victim. You know what I'm saying? Get quickly divorced. I feel like, he was taking that moment to make himself to be a victim in that situation when essentially you put that story out there for what reason, I don't know. And it still caused, I think, more damage to Jada than it did to him. And yeah, I think he meant to do that. I think he meant to hurt her. I think he meant to put them on blast. I think he meant to disrupt their situation because in private, he could not disrupt it. And I think he wanted to. I think he was upset that Jada was not choosing to leave Will for him. But that was his fault for believing that would ever happen. Because you can't tell me for a second that Jada or Will ever presented the situation like she was going to leave him. We don't even know them people, and we know they're not breaking up. So at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to understand why y'all don't look at August the way y'all look at, the Arians and all of them, when essentially it is the same. You're a side person, you're a slide. You knew you were a slide. And then you tried to, take the main person's spot and got your feelings hurt when you found out that you're not the person that's ever going to be in that spot. You were simply a slide. Like, he should have known better. It doesn't make it okay for him to put her on blast so everybody could slut shame Jada when really what was going on in Jada and Will's relationship, like, it'd be different if you were hurt, like Jada cheating on Will and you tell Will what happened because, he should know. That's not what happened. Will and Jada already knew what the fuck was going on in their relationship. August went and talked to Will, and Will was like, yeah, nigga, I know. And like, what? Like, so? Like, I know what's going on in my house. And so he then got mad and then told us about it. And then we the people around social media, they put all of the negative and, the punishment on Jada. When essentially we don't have a right to judge her for what she did, because what does that have to do with us? Ain't got nothing to do with us. You just mad that lady wasn't leaving her situation for you when she told you she wasn't. So I didn't like the fact that he put it like he was, people had their foot on my neck. No, you wanted to spray the information because you thought it would benefit you and you were trying to hurt her. And you hurt her and it still didn't benefit you. So there's that. Okay. At the time she said he and Will were gonna break up and they came back together and decided to stay married. Even if she said they were gonna break up, she wasn't leaving Will for him. Like, that's the point. The point is, wasn't nobody gonna be with you like that just because you were just because you were somebody I was sleeping with. Like, yeah, Will Slides know how to shut up. Yeah, because he wants to work that sympathy. Yes, like he a lost little puppy and he's not. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. That's it right there. That's the thing that works on my nerves. You're pretending like you're a fucking lost little puppy when really you tried to put your dick on that lady so she would leave her husband and it didn't work. Okay? When Tamar said she understand why Jada got in the entanglement, we know what that means. Okay? We mean everybody has seen this nigga's dick before. We understand it. Everybody is clear. He's giving big dick, bohemian, meditation, yoga stretch. Okay? Which means he know what he doing with the big old thing. No. I'm sorry. He knew exactly what he was doing. He tried to put that big dick on that lady. Okay, shifted that lady vagina a little bit and thought he was gonna take her from Will Smith, and that didn't happen like that. Okay. Anyway, Dennis goes into the wrong room with his dick out again. Yeah, I think Dennis is very proud of his dick and just likes to show it off to everybody. Like, look what I got. They have a barbecue outside. There's a chapel. And August was being really weird in the chapel, sitting on the altars, with a beer. And I don't care about the alcohol because that's just stupid to me. But I do feel like, if people have, like sitting on the altar in the chapel was kind of disrespectful. So when Tamar was like, not up under Jesus' feet, I'm going to go. I was like, girl, I ain't going to lie. I'm a little bit too bred in the church myself. Like, I have a lot of open mindsets, y'all, but as it pertains to respecting people's spiritual spaces, I still feel like people should respect people's spiritual spaces. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna do me. I don't need to be laying on. He was like sitting on top of it. I don't know. Maybe because I grew up in church a little bit. That was just like, stop, get down. What are you doing? Dennis pees in the bushes outside. He doesn't like Tamar calling him Pop Pop. He got upset about that. He don't want to seem like he's somebody's Pop Pop. And he's like, well, nigga, you old enough to be somebody's grandfather. And you literally sit there and act like an ornery ass old man. So yeah, Pop Pop. Kim calls him out, and I loved it. Kim called him out about wearing his glasses all the time and asking questions but not answering them and always deflecting. Dennis says that he loves to fail. He sucks as a father. And he says he didn't think he deserved to be a dad. He was too selfish. Tamar says she understands. She thought materialistic things will cover up for her not spending time with her little boy. And she says it wasn't until she got into therapy and saw herself that she actually saw her little boy. And that kind of made me emotional for Tamar. Tamar says that he needs to go to therapy so that he can fix it. They ask how old his kids are, and then he gets defensive, and then they call him Pop Pop again anyway, and he has to get over it. Surreal Life was good. I feel like they're having real conversations, and I do feel like that was something I did not know about Tamar. As much as we see Tamar on television, it wasn't until she said that I looked back and realized that time when she was with David, like, you really weren't focused on your kid like that. It really was like, I'm focused on my career, I'm focused on this other man, but I'm not really focused on my kid like that. And so to see that she's been to therapy for real, and has gotten help so that she can be a better version of herself for that kid, I think that is extremely commendable, and it makes me interested to see more of her in this capacity. Because y'all, everybody likes Tamar on reality TV when she's funny and she's singing. Like, we love that part of it. Like, her and Kim Coles together is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, she has this side of her that always seems to, rear its ugly head. Just, what, a couple of weeks ago, her comments about Candy and Carlos turned a lot of us off, because it's like, girl, you don't know. And at the end of the day, your friend was wrong. You can just stay out of it. Dennis kids were born. Okay, so he got a kid my age, and then in 2001 and 2002. We've been telling Tamar to get help, and she finally did. I'm glad, and I want her to do everything she wants to do. I want her to do everything she wants to do, because I think, she's extremely talented. She's entertaining, and if she would just, clean some of her bullshit up, then she would be way more palatable for those of us that want to see her. Yeah, all I can remember is when she said they called her a Muppet, and I don't know why, because she looked like a Muppet. Protein shake, y'all. I'm sore as a motherfucker. I'm so sore. I don't even know if like I feel like I keep doing these really intense hard workouts and then I can't do nothing else for like the rest of the week because I'm so damn sore. But the protein shake, girl. I be telling y'all about these protein shakes from Just Move supplements and y'all don't be listening to me, but it's my meal replacement. And it's gonna help my muscles, girl. And it tastes good. So I'm just telling y'all. Anyway, so that was that. That was the real life. We're about to move on. It's gonna be a long ass live today. So I hope y'all got y'all, snacks. I hope y'all having a good day at work. Like the video. And yes, K Michelle and Tamar both. K Michelle, Tamar, Nene, any of the black girls that get nose jobs and then their noses no longer fit their faces. Like anytime they do that, it's usually a Muppet kind of effect because Muppets don't have noses usually, unless it's like Gonzo or somebody. But the Muppets usually just have eyes and like a hump, that you can't really see. And then the lips, you know what I'm saying? So that's how y'all look when y'all go and get nose jobs on y'all wide set faces. And now it's like there's all this empty space on your face, which makes you look like a Muppet. I know it hurt your feelings and that's sad. I'm sorry it hurt your feelings, but you really could have left your face alone too. And I don't think anybody would have called you that. So sorry for you. All right, so let's get into Surreal Life, girl, because Surreal Life was a mess. So Nika is Peter's match. Nika is causing issues in the house. Okay, nobody really appreciated the way she tried to call Tara out because everybody believes that Tara was trying to mind her business, and if anything, Peter is still in love with Tara. Tara is not exactly causing issues between Peter and Nika. Okay, but Nika says that, listen, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to appease Tara and Amina. But for Peter, this is his blended sister wife family. He definitely needs for you to, you know what I'm saying? He needs for you to be cool with his family. Like that has to work for him. Ooh. Mm. Well, I'm gonna tell you, there's some that hurt mine too. Like these don't though. Like the chocolate, the only one that hurt my stomach was the blueberry one, and that doesn't hurt. Like lyric, it don't hurt his stomach, but that was the only one. All of the other ones don't really bother me. All these are vegan also, so if you haven't had any vegan protein shakes, you should try it. You should try it. Because these don't hurt my stomach at all. But I know what you mean because I've had that issue before. Mhm. But yeah, girl. So it's important for Peter, for whatever woman that he decides to pretend like he gonna be with from this show, that she get along with Tara and Amina, because that's the youngest baby. That's the youngest kids he has. So he still has to very much be a part of their lives. Your commentary gets me through my work day. Yay! I love it. Okay, this right here is happily ever after. I reviewed it last week, and basically what goes on this show is your ex has to find you a new person. The three-way with them is that Amina is there to find a person for Peter. Peter is there to find a person for Tara. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. But y'all know Peter and Tara still have feelings for each other. Amina got a man at home that she posted on Instagram yesterday, girl. So it's she ain't here for nobody. Mike and Pam are having some attraction to each other, y'all. And Mike and Pam, this is Mike, and this down here is Pam. So I want y'all to keep in mind, they're not supposed to be dating each other in this group. But it seems as if there might be some connection between Mike and Miss Pam down here. Okay. Amarachi, am I saying her name right? Amarachi just filed for divorce from Hugo 8 months ago, y'all. I don't even know why they're on this show. The couple under Mike and Nicole, that's Amarachi and Hugo. I don't know why they're here. She filed for divorce 8 months ago. That is not clearly that's not enough time for me. For him to be choosing a partner for you, and then for your relationship with him to be so tumultuous. Why would y'all, girl? I guess I just feel like you should be friends with your ex when they come on a show to help you find somebody else. You shouldn't be fresh off a divorce from them less than a year ago. And also, you shouldn't have so many issues with them as a person. Like, Hugo seems to be like an asshole. Like, based on what I've heard, tell me one more time that you African so that you can tell me it's okay for you to have all of these different women and for a woman to just do what you tell her to do and all of this dumb shit that y'all say that y'all know y'all don't go along with. African men are very precarious to me because y'all talk all of that shit. But anytime I see an African family, Ghana, Nigerian, though, those types of areas, and I say Ghana and Nigeria because I've seen most family dynamics of this, this era and shit I've seen from those two countries. And to me, it still always seems like when it's a two-parent household, the women are the mouth, and the men, even if they are in control, usually kind of sit back and let the women do a lot of the talking and the handling of things. So it's almost weird to me that y'all have this whole, I'm a man, that means I can do all of this dumb shit stuff. Okay. I don't know if they were separated before, but I still feel like 8 months since you filed for divorce and you still arguing with him now. Yeah. I don't think that y'all should have ever came on this show. Y'all are not in a place as a couple, as a, co-parents to y'all kids where he should be coming here to help you find another person. Like talking about, I need somebody that's gonna be good to my kids. And we find out this episode, nigga, you're not even good to your kids. Why is he here? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Tara and Peter talk, and she wants him to stop talking to bitches and find her a fucking man. Like, please, Peter, stop making Tara raise her voice. Yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard when she curses with those hard R's. Amina not over Peter, and it hurts her to see Peter not over Tara. Amina got a man, but still loves Peter, sadly. I think you can love somebody and not want to be with them. Yeah, Bondi, tell me you're African without saying I'm African vibes. Definitely. They have another singles event. Mike still has feelings for Nicole. And honestly, Mike is like the only guy there, besides Troy. Troy seems cool. But Mike seems to be like genuinely trying to find somebody for Nicole because he feels bad about the way he handled her in their marriage. That's a man that probably now has had the light bulb come on now that he's older. And all of my husband's Nigerian friends are married to Black American women who don't stand for that bowing down mess. No, I don't know why they say stuff like that. Like, like historically Africa was a matriarchy. Like most, families and systems were in essence ran by women. Like even in Africa, women were allowed to be have a certain clout in Africa versus in European countries, predating slavery. So it's just really weird sometimes when they act like these ideals have always been, African when essentially they're really not, which is why a lot of that shit doesn't work. Is because like a lot of those families are supposed to be matriarchies and y'all are trying to fight against the grain of what is natural for some people, like it's just weird. Anyway, Hugo doesn't know what Amarachi wants in a man, talking about she need a man to be tall and look nice and all of this shit, when really she needs a man that treats her nice, that's sweet, that's not an asshole, that isn't trying to find a way to make her insecure so he can manipulate that. Because that's what I feel like she probably experienced a lot with Hugo, him using her insecurities against her. Tara wants Peter, but Amina over him. They are good friends. Tara won't allow herself to move on. I don't think Peter feels the same as Tara. I don't think I don't think he does. I don't know why Amina keeps making it seem as if Peter is so in love with Tara, because I feel like if Peter was so in love with Tara, then he would be with Tara. I think that Tara has probably given Peter a chance even after the show stopped taping. You know how they try to act like they never got back together? I think that she's giving him chances and he always goes and fucks somebody else. And I think Peter's problem is that he doesn't want to admit that he just doesn't want to be in a monogamous relationship. You really don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. You just don't want to have to share the woman you're with anybody else. That's your main issue. But it's stupid because you know you can't just stay with one person. Um, Peter talks with a guy named Winthrop, and he seems cool and sure of himself. Like, you know, he seemed calm and mild mannered, but he also felt like he wasn't, you know, lacking in personality or lacking in confidence. So I liked Winthrop, and he seemed like he was a good option for Tara for her personality type. Um, Troy Troy picks this guy named Rod for Pam, who's wearing because he's tall as hell. So he's wearing a very large baby blue and pink floral suit. Mike chooses Cornelius. He's the guy that he chose for Nicole last time, but Nicole chose the woman. So yeah, now she's choosing Cornelius this time. Hugo chooses this guy named Asan, which basically gives off younger, more handsome version of Hugo. But yeah, no, not feeling it. Amarachi is attracted to him, but he's not anything but good looks. Pam and Rod talk as he rubs her feet, and he talks too much. Like, really, I don't hang out a lot, and then I go out a lot, and I do this and I do that. Like, he was talking too much. I don't even think he asked her anything about herself. All we heard was his voice the entire conversation. So yeah, it was like, yeah, nah, you gotta go. Nicole actually was feeling Cornelius. They were in the jacuzzi. The energy was given, we might fuck. And then she's like, okay, meet me in a suite. She goes to get, take a shower, get her little cute lingerie on. She thought she was gonna get some dick. She go in there, the nigga sleep. It was like, no. I was like, why didn't you wake him up? Like, sometimes people fall asleep, but you can wake them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they've been up all day and they've been drinking, nigga probably was tired. Y'all old. Anyway, Justin and Aries go on a date. She tells him that she wants to be affectionate towards him. And then she starts kissing him. And it was so awkward, y'all. And I really do feel like how are we supposed to believe that Justin wants to be with a woman when it seems as if he's really not attracted? I mean, even though Aries kissed him very weirdly, like it was like pecks, and then it was almost like she was just trying to see, and then she kissed him on his neck and stuff, and he was just kind of like, it was all very weird and awkward. I was just like, why is this happening? Please make it stop. We know they're not going to stay together, girl. Tara, y'all know what I mean by old. Old means that if you've been up all day drinking and talking to people, by the time you touch a bed, your ass is going to sleep. Okay? You're not going to sit up and wait to fuck somebody. Your ass going to go to sleep. So Tara and Winthrop, at first, she wasn't really feeling him. But once she got a chance to talk to him about Peter, all of a sudden the conversation got good. And, he told her she must be really strong to have gone through all of that. And she liked that. And then she got closer to him. And I ain't gonna lie, Winthrop had a really nice smile. Really, really nice smile. I like that. She's a little bit more into him by the end of their conversation. Yeah, I'm saying it because it be me sometimes too, y'all. Child, listen. That lick will be like, all right, girl, let me go because I'm tired. Peter is asleep. So Nika, his date, is bothered. Okay, because she was like, he's not making any effort. I'm like, because Peter doesn't really make effort. That's not what he does. Okay, he feels it, he fucks you, and then he goes on about his way until he feels it again. They have a lingerie party because I believe it was Jeremy's ex-wife's birthday. So Tara, they play the game Truth or Dare. Tara ends up, having a real nice kiss with Winthrop, okay? But there is an issue with him because he wants children and she doesn't. Y'all know she doesn't want any more kids. Amarachi asked for the seasoned fathers in the room to talk to Hugo about being an active parent. She says he doesn't pay child support, he doesn't help with any of the bills financially, and he hasn't really been there for their kids since they broke up. It seems like they want her to take responsibility for why he isn't doing his part. But it's both of you guys. And once you heal, you'll realize that and all of this shit. And I'm like, she may be being because he was like, when we broke up, I was like, please let me see my kids. So maybe there was a conversation where she was keeping him from his kids. But a lot of times I feel like when men say that, they're lying. I don't know why, but when people, y'all say that all the time, and I've seen it happen where a woman does act bad with the kids for a minute when she's still in her feelings because it's the only thing she can control. But a lot of the times men don't make that much of an effort either. Like they kind of rely on the woman to feel that way and make it hard for them so that they can be like, well, I tried, but your mom made it hard, you know? 111, y'all. Um, so yeah, I wasn't really believing him. But I also feel like when Nicole said that she needs to heal from what they went through, I agree with that because the energy she had was very much, I am still pissed off at him. Um, Yay, you making pound cake? All right, listen, I wish I liked pound cake. I'm not a cake person, but oh girl, that's what's up. I love when people be baking shit or being manipulative. Alcohol fuels power naps to parties. Yes, it does. I always think of Jody. I want to see my son because it's usually for selfish reasons. Like that's what I was thinking about. Um, Nika says, bring the energy back to the girl's birthday that they were celebrating. I don't understand why Nika always feels like she has to be in charge of the group or speak up in some way. Like, girl, calm down. You're not even going to be here next week. Pam and Mike talk. They are feeling each other, even though Mike and Troy are growing a friendship. And I'm like, Mike, it's weird to me for you to care more about your friendship with a man you just met, even though you feeling this woman that you just met. You met them the same day. I don't care that y'all have been getting cool. If you're interested in Pam, then you're interested in Pam. You know what I'm saying? Like he's here to find someone else for Pam, but if Pam end up finding you before he finds somebody else for her, then that's just what happened. Like this loyalty to somebody that you don't know, like it's just, I find it weird sometimes when niggas be on that time. Anyway, Nika talks to Peter about how she always has to come find him and he isn't taking any initiative with her. You can tell he's gonna send her home. Jeremy is vibing with Tina. He likes her confidence and that she's open, and he's feeling feelings he hasn't felt in a while. Cornelius falls asleep on Nicole again. I feel like she should have woke his ass up that time, but also I understand I'm not about to force nobody to do nothing. That's the part of it I understood. She probably did a lot of all of the effort and the trying in her marriage. And now, if I go and get the lingerie and I come back in here and your dick ain't ready, then I guess you ain't trying to fuck me. Good night. Like, yeah, I was on her energy with that. Asan and Amarachi had a workout that morning, but she needs some more romance and he's not giving it to her. He believes she just wants to give him a hard time. I'm like, yeah, no, you don't want to see anything wrong with yourself, but you're annoying. Um, Justin says, so they have the little meetup so we can decide who going home. Okay. Justin says that Aries wasn't a match. Told y'all that. He didn't like the kiss. Um, Peter says no to Nika. She was doing too much. Tara actually did keep Cornelius, even though they have the difference in opinion on having children. Amarachi says Asan is way too into himself and his body, so he had to go. Pam leaves Rod's ass because just know Jeremy loves Tina. Melissa is getting a little jealous. And Nicole leaves Cornelius because he went to sleep twice on her. Does anybody got time for that? So thank you. You know what I'm saying? That was basically everything that went down on after Happily Ever After. It's good. I think it's a cute little show. I do. I'm enjoying it. It comes on BET. If y'all want to check it out, y'all check it out. I think I'll keep adding it in with the Ratchet reality since it's Peter, Tara, and Amina. You know, three of my all-time favorites. Also, I saw next week Love and Hip Hop is gonna be doing like a Where Are They Now? So I'm definitely gonna watch that and see if there is anything interesting to talk about. And I could come to y'all with that in the Ratchet reality next week as well. Because y'all know I'm going out of town next week, so y'all won't see me Wednesday through Sunday, girl. So I'll probably try to get some videos done on Monday and Tuesday next week, but after that, girl, I'm gonna be gone, and it'll probably just be I don't know. When I'm in Jamaica, I usually can get on YouTube and go live, but I'll probably send a link to my members only and keep it cute. All right, y'all. So make sure y'all, yeah, Bow Wow being a host. I don't know why, but whatever. He's cute enough to be a host. Like the video. Let's move on to Black Ink. Y'all, my back hurt. My butt hurt so bad. I cannot wait to go and get this massage tomorrow. Like, oh my God. I was deadlifting 70 pounds yesterday, and I am definitely feeling it today. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Oh Lord, I'm feeling it like it was yesterday. So y'all, I was watching Black Ink Crew like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I here? I was watching it like, they're not gonna give me nothing to talk about. I don't even know what I'm doing here. But they did. They gave me something to talk about. So if y'all ready, like the video. No, I'm not reviewing All American anymore. No, I'm not reviewing Interview with a Vampire, even though I'm watching it. Maybe at the end of the season. You know, I'm trying to, start to get into doing my podcast again. So for certain shows, I might do like full season recaps in podcast form of some nature moving forward for good shows that I'm really enjoying, but I would like to just watch them the first, way through. We'll see. But I have some content coming for y'all tonight and tomorrow. So hold on. Yeah, I told y'all I don't like Tati. Like I'm not a fan of Tati's at all. Like it's not that I dislike her. It's just that she's not entertaining to me and she's slightly annoying. Yeah. Let's get into it. So Puma and Ted are establishing C's as the problem, which I think is so funny because we're obviously dethroning Caesar as, king of Black Ink Crew on the show. He's looming in the background, so he may come back. But, here he's out. And right now we're seeing the chain of events that happened before he gets kicked out, okay, of VH1 and Black Ink Incorporated, child, whatever they're going to call it. Tati is an apprentice. She seems to believe she's going to be a full-fledged artist in 90 days, even though it took buck 2 years. I was just like, Tati, if you were supposed to be an artist, you would be drawing. Like it would be something you were already naturally interested in. You just want to learn a business because you want to run a business so badly. Like it's just very annoying to me. The way she acts. Anyway, Alex has been really busy. He's back to himself after he broke up with Donna. Thank God. They do a tattoo competition to see who can sell the most, tattoos. Rock and Crystal have not come back to the shop ever since they got called out about having their own shop. And the competition was cute enough. Gems, one of the tattoo artists that we don't know, he actually won, but Tati didn't tell anybody, which was stupid to me. Puma and Quani talk about their son not being able to communicate how he feels. They have also forgotten like about themselves and their own relationship. Quani doesn't feel like she has anything for herself. She feels like her life has been all about Puma. She wants to get a job and feel like she has something to be proud of herself about. And he says, what he does, is for the family. So when she's saying that she want a job for herself, that sounds selfish because what he does is for the family. And she says she's not happy and she needs a reset. She says that she needs to build herself up. And he was kind of being an asshole about it because he was like, almost questioning what she was saying as if she was full of shit or something like that. Like she's lying about how she feels. And really he was offended because he was like, well, why is it that what I provide isn't enough to make you happy? And it's like, because Puma, she's a person. I think because Puma didn't see versions of himself in his life growing up, he thinks that because he has been there for his wife and his children in the way that he is supposed to, that means he's doing something magical and amazing that should make her so grateful and so happy that she should not need anything for herself. And I think he doesn't understand that what he does for a living, even though it takes care of his family, how he takes care of his family is clearly up to him and what makes him happy. Because if it was really all about taking care of your children and taking care of your family and just getting a paycheck, you would be working somebody's job instead of being on a reality show owning tattoo shops, which obviously seem like passion projects that may now be getting you the money that you want, but a lot of the times take a lot of effort and money on your part that may sometimes take away from your family. And what Quani was talking about is something that a lot of us go through in our marriages, in our relationships when we get to a certain age. If we have made a man the focus of our lives, which a lot of us do that because that is what we are taught to do, we get to a point where we realize that is not fulfilling. That does not make you happy. Another person can't make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. A person can do things to make you happy. They can do things to make you, remind you why you want to be with them. They can do things to help. But essentially, if you're not happy as a person, if you don't have something that drives you, that makes you feel good about you, being here doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Being a wife and a mother is not enough for most women. For most women. And honestly, the women who say it's enough, I feel like they be lying. But I'm going to let them say it because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any kids. So I'm not going to be able to tell y'all that. But I just kind of feel like it doesn't make sense for anybody to make all of their life about somebody else. It's your life. It's supposed to be about you. Puma, what you do for a living is because you enjoy what you do and it makes you feel good about you. And whether you had a wife and kid or not, you would still want to do something with your life that made you happy. So the idea that Quani is supposed to be happy just because you're providing for her, no. I know you think you're doing something so huge because niggas don't take care of their kids, but essentially you're doing what you're supposed to do. And that does not mean that Quani is supposed to be perfectly happy all of her life just because you can provide for her and you haven't left her to take care of her kids by herself. Like that I hate when men act like, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I have said this time and time again. Please don't think that you working a fucking job for me. Please don't do that. Don't do that. You may be doing that so we can have what we collectively want. Yes. But if you weren't with me, wouldn't you still need to take care of your fucking self? Wouldn't you still need a job? Wouldn't you still need to have a car? Wouldn't you still need to have a place to live? So explain to me, why do you think this thing that you do for your own sustenance is supposed to fill me up completely? Why? That doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I was annoyed with him in that scene because I felt like this lady is not telling you anything that most women don't say at some point in their lives. Most women have these moments because we are socialized to put you, the man that we love, first. That's not smart. And the thing about it is, when you have kids and take care of your wife the way you're supposed to, you think you've put them first, but you haven't. You haven't put them first. Not the way they put you first. Because Quani been following you all over fucking New York City since you decided you wanted to be on Black Ink Crew. You thanked her many times for holding you down. So you know that she's done things that were for you, and only because she wanted to be with you, but that took her away from things that were focusing just merely on herself. Y'all act like it's selfish for a person to want to focus on themselves just because they have kids. And I would like to tell you there's nothing wrong with that. Please be selfish. Please be selfish. Now, don't put your kids in harm's way for your selfishness, but at the same time, you have to have something for you as a person. Because you're a fucking person. So you need something for yourself. This whole idea that women are supposed to just be happy with being taken care of all day. And then a lot of you women that are tired of working, so you think that being taken care of all day by somebody is, is the best thing since sliced bread. If you don't have anything driving you, spending all your niggas' money will get tiring and boring too. Okay? Listen, we can, there's so many women we can talk about, but we just talked about this in Love and Basketball. That lady had to tell herself that she was happier being a mother and a wife than doing what she always wanted to do with her life, when in essence she really could have done it when them girls got grown. Why you can't have a catering business now that your kids are grown? It's because it was more comfortable to not bet on herself and to bet on him and put all her eggs in his basket than doing what was the hard thing and trying to accomplish something for yourself. Because another thing is that women know they won't have the same support. Look at the way he reacted when she asked him for just the same support that she gives him. Men don't see it because they don't experience it. If Quani leaves Puma, he's still Puma, the reality star, the business owner. If Puma leaves Quani, she's mother of Puma's kids, unfortunately. And he doesn't see that that's a problem. Okay? What y'all saying? Plus, I think kids want happy, fulfilled parents. It's a good. I'm gonna tell y'all, one of the best things that I ever did was watching my mom run her hair salon for all of those years. Like, no matter what was going on in our household, I watched my mama get up and go to work at her own business every day. I saw her handle people, dealing with people in business. Mama's very courteous, very sweet person. She knows how to handle herself. She's not rude, like a lot of people don't know how to handle other people and make them feel comfortable. And my mama, that was my mom's gift. People sit in her chair and they leave feeling better about themselves. Okay. Just doing what she did. Like, my mom was the type of person that would have been a good nurse, a good, like anything where you have to kind of be able to be patient or, I don't want to say loving, but that's kind of what it is. Like, pouring into people to make them feel good about themselves is a gift. And that was one of my mom's gifts, especially, in her job, also as just a person, but because people would feel good being around my mom. She's that type of person. So I watched her do that. That was one of the biggest blessings of my life, being able to watch her be a businesswoman, because now I am that. And I also know how to deal with people and be personable, very nurturing. Yes, my mom's very, very nurturing. So, and a lot of people say I'm nurturing. I'm like that because of her. So I definitely feel, like her having her thing pushed me to have my thing. Like, that's one thing that has been constant. No matter what was going on in my mom's like marriages, she was always about that paper. She was always about being a hairdresser and doing what she had to do to run her business, no matter what. And it's the same with me. No matter what's going on in relationships, no matter what's going on, Bondi was gonna get her ass up and go to work, or Bondi was gonna get up here and come do these videos. It don't matter how I'm feeling, I'm gonna find a way to get up here and do what I have to do. And that's because I saw somebody constantly do that. You know what I'm saying? You're therapeutic and real, Bondi. Oh, I love y'all. Thank you. So I definitely feel like that was important for me to see, for her to have her own thing. And especially as a girl, because you really do grow up not even realizing that you're looking up to your parents the way you are. But you really are looking up to them in a way that you are basically setting the example. They set the example for you. So whatever you see them do, that's your base level. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like seeing my mom be, beautiful and strong and, astute in what she did, being a good hairdresser, making people's hair healthy and, all of that, that mattered a lot to me growing up. And it matters to me now as a woman, as a grown woman. So I definitely feel like Puma needs to, give Quani the space to do what she needs to do. And to me, that's the real testament. You want to talk about being a real husband and a father? You want to talk about really being a good husband and a good father? You really gonna pat yourself on the back when you can look at your woman and be proud of who she is and how she's created something for herself, just like you created something for yourself. And now y'all have both created something for y'all families to have. It's a good feeling, because to me, what I did notice is that my mom needed my father's support with her shop. She didn't need him, to pay things like that. But, because my mom made good money. But what I mean is, she needed him to be supportive, and he was. And for him, it felt good I take care of all the bills at our house, and my wife takes care of whatever my daughter needs and her business. It made him feel good that he was able to create the space for her to flourish in her business, because she didn't have to worry about paying bills at our house. Not really. And my mom made sure to pay some of the bills, because she wasn't, no. She said I'd already been in a situation where a nigga was paying all the bills, and they'll throw that shit against your head every chance they get, that they pay all. Nah, I pay some of these fucking bills. You're not about to play with me. Okay? But the support is what really, mattered and made them better off, honestly, as a couple, because they both did very, very well for themselves during that time. I mean, when Katrina happened, we were very much comfortable and set up in a way that our lives may not have been as easy after, but we were still extremely comfortable in comparison to how other people were. You know what I'm saying? So having two incomes and two business owners and two people that's making, their money and doing well, that definitely helped that my mom had a business and a building to sell when that happened. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just have our house. We had my mom's business. She owned the building that her business was in. So she had to sell the business and she sold the building. She didn't sell her business. She still owns her business, but she had to sell the building. And then we had the house to sell as well after Katrina, in order to be able to get some type of income when all of that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, it helped in more ways than one, for sure. C's tattoos Bun B's wife in Houston, and I was kind of like, I love Bun B. And I think C's is a good tattoo artist, but I was like, that's who y'all wanted to come tattoo y'all? Okay. Then he goes to talk to Van, because I'm just like, Bun B? Bun B? Bun B could have done better. Anyway, then he goes to talk to Van. Van hasn't been doing what he's supposed to be doing in the Houston shop either. And basically, C's is like, you need to tighten up. Van has a sad story too. I wasn't being able to see my daughter when I moved. I started drinking. Woe is me. Feel bad for me. I'm gonna make it better than it ever was. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do it. All this bullshit. Yeah, don't make me have to fly back down here, nigga. That's basically how that conversation went. Alex has an OnlyFans now. Y'all, I was like, okay, Alex, has anybody seen Alex OnlyFans? Mr. Vagina Slayer, as you like to call yourself? I never liked that he called himself. I thought that was whack. Okay? Nigga, my vagina doesn't need to be slayed. What is it, a vampire? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Van from Black Ink Crew Chicago. Yeah, he owns, well, he works in the Houston shop, allegedly. Love to play victim, don't they? That was shocking. It wasn't shocking. No, I'm about to do Love and Hip Hop last. But yeah, I was like, Alex does look happy. I was happy for him. Shit. Honestly, I was just like, well, that's dope. I don't think there's anything wrong with sex work. Especially not OnlyFans shit. Like the people who be in relationships and film themselves fucking and make pages off of it and then make money. I don't know why, but I think that's like ideal. Like if you got that type of shit popping, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta make some fucking money. Look, I always say, I would have had one, girl. I would have had an OnlyFans if, if Lyric had agreed. But I wouldn't have shown everybody everything. It would have been the prelude. You know what I'm saying? I would never be on camera fucking. That's not just, or you wouldn't be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? It would be like movie fucking. You know what I'm saying? Where it could be happening or it could not be happening. Okay. You can't really see any body parts or anything like that, but you can see silhouettes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Listen. He does look much healthier. He does. The sex be good. Listen. Hey girl, hey. What else happened? Quani throws Puma a 40th birthday party at a rock climbing place. Rock and Crystal were there, but they didn't show up to work. I don't think Rock and Crystal give a fuck about being on Black Ink Crew as tattoo artists because it's like it's all fake. Don't nobody really work here. Get the fuck out of here. We'll show up when we show up. Don't none of y'all really work there anyway. Van is just a slacker. He can't run no business. Oh, wow. No faces, neck down. Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like my OnlyFans, you would know it's me. So it would be faces, but it just wouldn't be shit. You know what I mean? It would be like, you already know I go with this person. Like, you already know I go with this person. So you should assume that we're like doing shit. Okay. Like, what? My husband? What? He's not gonna agree to it. But I would do like the before stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just, like artsy. Like I could see it in my mind, like how I would do it. You know what I'm saying? And like photography. Oh my God, I would so do photography like that. I could, see stuff in my like girl, listen. I be having ideas. I just, can't exactly execute them. But anyway, y'all, with that being said, that's all I got for Black Ink Crew. Let's go ahead and move on to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for 4 shows. I'm moving through them quickly. Holla at me. Yeah, please do me a favor, y'all. Okay. We see Juno's running across the what? Every other night, another movie get look. Okay. Yes, with candles. Yes. Child, not artistic fellatio. Nobody's doing that. Listen, no faces in anybody's places. We're not doing that. That's too much. It just would be, it just be artistic stuff, like pictures and stuff. Oh wait, no, like the pictures, yes, not video though. No, there's no way I should do artistic fellatio in video, but in picture form, yes. Okay. Yeah, I have Spencer Charles is one of my favorite photographers on Instagram, and he does a lot of good work like that too. Yeah, I reviewed Surreal Life first, so catch the playback. But we're about to get into Love and Hip Hop. Scrappy killing me the way he's screaming at the Bam. Child, something is wrong with them. Something is wrong with Bambi and Scrappy. I think they enjoy their toxic fighting and fucking relationship that they have. To be honest, I think they have a good time. I think they have fun. So y'all, Bambi and Sierra are questioning Meta because Meta was rubbing body oil, coconut oil all over Safari at the video shoot. And we all know how much Safari loves people rubbing coconut oil all over him down to the video shoot. All right. Sierra feels like Carly is always doing something messy. That's why I don't fool with her no more. Okay. And I'm like, you shouldn't fool with her. What a messy ass. Erica was there for Carly when Carly was getting divorced from that man that used to beat on her. So she's feeling a way about the way Carly is treating Erica. Like, why would you not give her a heads up that Safari was gonna be there? And I'm just like, Erica, it's fucking Love and Hip Hop. You know Safari is gonna be there. Shut up. Erica says her pussy is too expensive for this. Is it? Because that wig isn't. They go back to the house they staying at. Erica can't believe this because Carly was supposed to be her friend. She gave her advice. Sierra says, fuck that bitch. She got you kicked out the video shoot. See her for who she is. Sierra doesn't invite her to shit because she always on bullshit. I'm like, she is Sierra. I'm on your side with this. Shekinah gets there. Shekinah says that she working on the Bitch You Need to Cry tour. And I was like, you know what, Shekinah? You're severely damaged. So if you're in therapy and you're trying to help other severely damaged bitches be in therapy too, more power to you, my good girl. More power to you. Okay. Because she said, because some of y'all are mad and bitter and you need to cry and get over it. And I'm like, you do. They talk about Mama D telling her about Scrappy filing for divorce, but she doesn't know if it's true because you know you don't know if you can believe Mama D. Y'all see how Mama D be? She be drunk, her teeth be about to fly out her mouth. We don't know what's going on over there. She be right sometimes, and then out of other times she be wrong as fuck. Bambi goes to call Scrappy about it, and he like, wait, what happened? Why you ain't tell me? She was like, this just happened. I can't stand when a nigga like the first thing that come out their mouth is why you ain't tell me. What am I doing at this moment? I am telling you the fuck. Anyway, it's just so he could like try to throw blame somewhere. She's telling him your mama is telling everybody that you filed for divorce for me. He knows that this is his fault. So he like, nah, that's your friends with that. So they start going back and forth. They start arguing. We gonna come back to them because it's stupid. Scrappy, you're stupid. I'm tired of. I'm so tired. Y'all are just stupid. Okay. Yandy, Mendeecees, and Keisha are getting ready for Samantha because they about to have this big showdown. Y'all know that Keisha is Yandy's cousin, but she's more like a sister. And Yandy says, if you come for me, you coming for her. That's how she feel. I'm like, okay, Yandy. So when Samantha comes in and says that, we know Yandy be lying, I want y'all to stop acting like Samantha is fucked up for that. Because that's the truth, Yandy. Yandy, if you know that Keisha is going to fight somebody for you bringing her to the reunion was so she could do that exact thing for you. Like, stop it. Stop fucking playing like you didn't have her come there knowing she was going to be trained to go. And it's different when you train to go with one of these girls on these reality shows. It's a whole nother thing when it's your baby daddy's other baby mama that you have to co-parent with because you allegedly love her son so much. Anyways, Yandy says, I thought we want to move forward. You can't insult me and think we're going to move forward. Yandy thinks that she's a kingpin. Like, she thinks she's a kingpin. She thinks her and Mendeecees are living out their best drug dealer girlfriend, drug dealer boyfriend. We made it rich, and now we're up from the big leagues and it's our turn at bat type shit. And I'm just kind of like, girl, the delusions. The delusions. Oh my God. Keisha said Samantha's team was going after her sister, so she jumped. And I'm like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Samantha jumped up and everybody crowded around her to stop her from going towards Yandy. You jumped up and snatched her by her hair from behind. She wasn't close to getting to Yandy at all. And you snatched her from behind. And then Yandy, it was almost as if Yandy jumped up to cue you to go and pull her hair. Like, that's what it seemed like. Because Yandy knew she wasn't going to get to that girl. And Yandy has never been rowdy except for the time when she was in a club with Chrissy and she knew all of them people was between them. She loved to like push people when they got 15 motherfuckers between her and the person that's trying to beat her ass. But if it's just you and that person, then you got all this, space and opportunity for conversation. Mm-mm. 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 Okay. Keisha says she's jumping in whether it's a man or a woman, basically saying that she's ready to fight Samantha and her nigga. And I'm just like, so Keisha, you want to fight the man and the woman, Keisha? Even though you were here because you jumped her from behind? Infinity is away at school. That's what they say. Chrissy would have dropped her like she did Kimbella. Yep. I mean, she almost dropped Yandy when she was trying to get the Kimbella. She pushed the fuck out Yandy. Samantha says jump. I like Samantha's energy, y'all. I don't care. Samantha was like, jump then. Keisha says, you act like I didn't already jump. She was like, yeah, from the back. But I'm here right now, so jump. And they was real close. And Samantha didn't look scared at all. I feel like Samantha has learned how to fight from her mama. Look at you. You know they're going to want to fight you. Okay, so let me show you what to do. Bend down. Big bitch come at you, you swoop her from under. You know what I'm saying? I could just hear. I could hear, Samantha's mom right now. Kim, I could hear Kim right now in my mind teaching Samantha how to fight big bitches because they was going to be jealous of her growing. Okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. I like Samantha. I thought she was hilarious. I really did. And she was like, listen, I just want an apology for y'all trying to jump me. Like, I just want an apology. And I want to know if you did it on purpose. Of course, Mendeecees had to raise up and get them to calm down. Like, hey, we ain't about to do all of that. Like, this is my baby mama. Y'all are not about to fight her. And you not about to fight Keisha. So can we just calm the fuck down and talk about this like adults? Yeah, that's what I don't like. As a woman, I understand getting aggravated with another bitch, but the older I get, the more I do not like when women can't control themselves in confrontation with other women. And the reason why I feel like that is because niggas come in and raise their voice and all of the women calm down and everybody acts like the men are more in control of themselves than the women are. When the truth of the matter is, women may be losing themselves in verbal arguments, but you niggas lose yourselves and somebody ends up dead. But somehow y'all are the calmer of all of us. The more sound. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. We had to stop Mendeecees from trying to kill Yandy's cousin down to the gym. Okay. Makai, hey girl, thank you for the super chat. I'm not going to lie, Bondi. I think Yandy understands her image and wants to protect it and has goons to prevent her from tarnishing that, to be honest. I'm 50. Oh, yeah. No, she absolutely gives. I call people to fight for me because I see myself as a queen pin who has an image to protect. Absolutely. Samantha says, I need an apology. Keisha apologizes for attacking Samantha. She says it wasn't a setup. She says she loves little Mendeecees and they both want to move forward. Samantha says, you want to hug it out? She was like, not yet. And I'm like, all right, fine. Yeah, Keisha is definitely giving goon. Keisha was big as fuck. Like, Keisha is giving, I'm 40, I'm tall, I'm big as fuck, and all I have done in my life is fight. All I had to do was fight. You know what I'm saying? And sat in that jail, didn't it by ride the debt. I remember that day I was at the store with Miss Millie. She was looking at the down. I was like, I'm bad. See me, Miss Sealy. I know there's a God. So Yandy has her family come and taste the food for her new restaurant. Her mom is healthy. Y'all know her mom got in a real bad car accident, but now her mom is back driving again. So that's great. And then Mendeecees, Keisha, and Yandy FaceTime with Samantha so little Mendeecees can see that they've kind of let their bad energy dissipate, and now we're letting bygones be bygones and moving forward so that we can be a family that is together and spends time together instead of always having to split up everything. And y'all know as these kids get older, they have events that they want everybody at, and you want people to be able to get along. So I do think it's important. I do think it's very important for people to put their bullshit aside for the kids, especially when, it's not that deep. It's just not. So y'all, Safari was on the street with the girl Kimbella that he's dating that looks like an Erica Mena lookalike. Yeah. He's on the street screaming about how good her ass is as her ass is out. I'm like, why is everybody so comfortable wearing thongs and see-through skirts and shit walking down the street. Like, I understand, like, you go out, you want to look like a stripper, it's cool. But in broad daylight, walking down the sidewalk, we looking like this? Like, isn't that nightwear? Girl, I don't know. I just feel like there's a time and a place. And I feel like a sunny day walking down the street of Los Angeles, I don't know if I feel like that's the time for me to have like the mesh skirt with the thong on so you can see my ass. Like, like I feel like, dude, I don't think anybody should stone her about it, but it just be like, bitch, what is going on? Like Vegas attire, girl, whatever it is, it's okay. This is the one that he sent the flowers to when we were doing the family reunion show. He says that, they put the situation on ice until the divorce was finalized. I don't believe that. He tells her how he likes how she hustles. I'm like, yeah, because you don't want to have to financially take care of anybody since you have those 2 kids that are going to be getting $3,000 a month out of you. That's how much, right? 3 or 10. I can't remember how much she's supposed to get from him in child support. But the girl looked just like Erica. It's weird. Kimbella says that a lot of people think she's the reason that Erica and Safari broke up, but no, she's not trying to disrupt their situation. I'm like, Kimbella, don't nobody think that. Like, nobody thinks that you broke them up. We think he broke them up. We think they're both volatile and immature, but essentially we feel like he's a clown. And, why would she even want to be with a clown ass nigga? It's always these niggas that had to beg for your attention that want to try to dog you out. Safari is one of those niggas, okay? They begged you to even date them. And then you give them a chance, open up to they dog asses, and then they dog your ass out. Spice has her Grammy Award party, and the girls, Sierra, Bambi, and Erica, tell Spice how glad they are that she's not like Carly, and she's humble because she was, Carly was at her video shoot acting like she was the one that won the Grammy, shooing everybody off. Like, y'all mad because Carly don't want to hear y'all mouth about inviting Safari to that video shoot because basically she don't give a fuck about y'all. She gonna do what she want to do. And I feel like, duh, everybody know Carly is out for self. But Erica said, you have my sperm donor as a video vixen and, in your video, and you ain't even tell me. Spice doesn't want to believe that Safari is a waste man, and a waste man is not a good look. Y'all know a waste man is a deadbeat dad. I don't think that he's going to be a deadbeat dad forever, but I think that if people weren't shaming him, he probably would be. But I think that they're going to shame the shit out of him, I think, because I've seen him with those children on social media way more recently than I had before. And it makes me feel like he may actually be more present with the children now that everybody has shamed him. Carly gets there and Erica says that she owes her an explanation. She could have given her a heads up. Carly says that she didn't know that Erica was actually going to come. Sierra says everyone knows Carly can do whatever she wants. Carly says she doesn't have time for all of them. Okay, ganging up on her. But ain't nobody ganging up on you. Like, oh my God. Like, I low-key want to read the rest of this in Sierra's voice, but I won't. Erica says you owe me something, so let's go and talk. Carly says they're always on, Carly says, listen, Jock is always everywhere we go. We in the same circle, which means we all on the same show. We're all on the same show, bitch. Like, he gonna be there. Why you acting like it's my fault that he there? Talk to the producers. Okay, that's basically what Carly wanted to say. Erica asked, how did she not know what they had been through when Erica has confided in Carly? I'm like, bitch, you was confided in Carly? Why would you confide in Carly? Carly says, I want y'all to be together. I can't stand that shit. The fuck you mean you want them to be together? This girl calling you crying about this nigga all the time and you want them to be together. Girl, shut up. Erica says that he was there. She was there for her. Erica says that he was not there for me when I had my son. Why would you want me to be with him? Bambi tells Meta that she was triggered by her rubbing oil on Safari because they are going through a divorce. They're going through something and it seemed like you just trying to rub it in. I'm like, Bambi, I know you got issues with not trusting Scrappy, but Meta ain't got nothing to do with that. Meta has nothing to do with that. Meta's not fucking Safari. And even if she was, y'all are not friends with Meta. Y'all don't like Meta. Meta is single. Safari is single. So even if they were fucking, they're entitled to do so. Y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about it, but y'all can't check nobody about it. Bambi was absolutely triggered, okay, because she feel like she can't trust Scrappy's ass. Meta says that he was walking down the street with his new woman. I don't know why you coming talking to me about it. Erica says she doesn't have any morals. She doesn't have any morals. She starts to scream this because she's still, a little far away talking to Carly, but she can hear their conversation. So once she starts screaming at Meta not having morals, then she goes over there to her. And now Erica is talking about she doesn't have anything against Meta. Then she tells her that she's the queen of the side bitches. I said, bitch, you need to pick a side. And how you gonna call somebody the queen of side bitches, DJ Envy side bitch? What are you talking about? Y'all really gonna, I really feel like, these niggas put rings on you hoes' fingers and y'all don't know how to act anymore. Y'all don't know how to act anymore. Okay? You want to talk about somebody that really was a fucking side chick to a married man? Erica, you really need to calm all the way the fuck down. Meta is not trying to fuck your dude. Like, you weird as hell. One moment saying you don't have an issue with her, and the second moment calling her the queen of the side bitches. What is that about? I'm tired of y'all doing. Meta was not a side bitch. Jock is for everybody. Jock is this, y'all. Jock is a hoe. Kendra may have, married him eventually, but at the end of the day, when Meta was fucking with Jock, Jock was for everybody. Jock is for whoever he's with in the moment to this day, if you ask me. He's just legally binded to Kendra. But when it comes to that dick, he gonna do with it what he won't do with it. He gonna give it to who he won't give it to it too, okay? Like, it is what it is. You getting all up in this other grown-ass woman face about a nigga that you not even with no more, that's walking down the street with a whole nother bitch with her ass out. And you sitting up here all in Meta face behind this. Meta was considered a side because he was married until 2014. Like I said, Jock is for the streets. You can't be a side piece to a nigga that's for the streets. Not really. Like, you know why somebody's on the side? Because there's a main, and that main is the one that's in front of everybody. Did we know Jock's wife until the reality show? And then she was still his wife, but he was on the show with KD and Carly and Cena and the other baby mama that got pregnant at the same time as Cena. So, nobody gives a fuck that he was married to Alex for all of those years. Nobody cares. Okay? Because essentially, Jock didn't care. Jock was on this show in relationships publicly with several different women. Jock was for everybody. Meta was not a side chick. She wasn't. Like, I want y'all to get over it. She might be a little thirsty for attention, but so is Erica. Anyway, I'm just saying, y'all are not about to put Kendra on a fucking pedestal and then throw Meta down there to the bottom of the fucking barrel when essentially it's the same dick they have in common. If dick is what makes Meta a side chick that's deserving of being disrespected, and dick is what makes Kendra a wife, which means that she's deserving of being respected, it's the same dick. What does that say about the dick? Why does the dick get to be, just whatever, depending on who he with? No. The same dick that makes Meta a hoe is the same dick that makes Kendra the wife of a hoe. The fuck out of here with that. Okay, I'm sorry. And I'm a wife. I'm a whole ass wife. But I don't like the way y'all try to categorize women, other women too. I don't like that y'all try to categorize women as, side chicks and all of this extra shit when the women ain't even really on that. Like, Meta feel like a grown ass woman on some shit. Like, I fuck with Jock, but I don't give a fuck like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to come on the show. So I said I was fucking with him because I was. It was the truth. I used the truth to get on the show. I wanted to be on the show. Bitch want attention. Okay? But I'm like, no. A lot of times there are, thirsty, but not a side chick. Yes. Okay? Yes, thirsty, but not a side chick. We're not gonna do that. Okay? Malaysia need to come get her cousin. I am dead. Okay. Um, let's see. Hold on. She walks off and Erica screams behind her, talking about she contradicted herself, but Erica doesn't make any sense. She says she told her she doesn't care about Safari, and she kind of says, "Yeah, you do." Shekinah's hilarious. And then she gets in Shekinah's face with that hump in the back of that wig and them ears poking out, looking like a fucking weirdo. Shekinah pushed her out of her face. You know, security came, jumped in. Shekinah says she doing all of this because she's still hurt. Spice stood in front of Meta the whole time, y'all. Spice said, "We can do this reality TV show shit all day, but Meta is my real friend, and y'all ain't about to jump her at my fucking party." I was appreciative of Spice's energy because even though she was standing there to make sure they didn't try to jump her friend, she still didn't get involved. Erica was spitting words at her. Meta says, "You trash, you and your girlfriend," talking about Shekinah. That shit was funny. Kirk says that Safari is doing his thing and y'all are out here screaming and howling behind him. Exactly, Kirk. You couldn't have been more right if I liked you in this moment. Okay. Bambi admits she has her own shit going on and then she starts crying. So Rashida and Sierra take her to the side to talk to her, and she starts talking about Mama D, telling everybody that Scrappy is divorcing her and what her and Scrappy are going through. Scrappy touched down in Vegas at this exact moment and walks in as they're having this conversation. He already assumes that she's bad mouthing him to her friends, so he just starts going off. You know what I'm saying? But really, Bambi feels like she's the person that is always the target. Rashida says he needs to stop telling his mama stuff because Mama D twists up the things that he says and then she goes and repeats it to everybody and it makes it back to Bambi fucked up. So Scrappy needs to keep his mouth shut. And I'm going to just say this. He like, "Man, and my mama and all of this." Scrappy, you need to go to therapy and get a therapist and talk to a therapist about your issues. You can actually get a therapist that you can text, that you can, hit up on any given day and talk to that person instead of calling your fucking mama and telling her all of your business. And I really think you go to her because you be mad at Bambi for whatever reason. So you want to feel like somebody is on your side and you know Mama D gonna be on your side. The problem is she doesn't have enough couth and she doesn't have the boundaries to keep y'all's conversations between the two of y'all. She got to take the shit to everybody else. So my problem with you, Scrappy, is that you want to blame everybody but yourself for that. It's not Bambi's fault. It's not her homegirl's fault. It's your fault because you don't know how to stop telling your mama all of your innermost, darkest fucking feelings that you know she can't keep to herself. If you don't want to get a divorce from your wife, I'm gonna need for you to stop vocalizing that shit to your ignorant ass mama. Because to me, Scrappy, you came in there on bullshit, all that screaming and hollering and talking in fucking circles, not saying shit that makes sense. But essentially, this is your fault. And all of this shit that you're doing is cap because you don't want somebody to actually pay attention to the fact that you the messy motherfucker that got us in this situation. Because if you would have kept your mouth to yourself, misinformation wouldn't have gotten back to me. Bambi may talk to Sierra and them about what's going on, but she talks to them about what's going on. Your mama takes shit from you and misconstrues it and then gives it to people that Bambi is not even talking to about y'all situation. Bambi not talking to Shekinah about what's going on between her and Scrappy, but Mama D is. And then you better believe that Mama D is talking to Shay about the shit that goes on between Bambi and Scrappy. Scrappy, you really, really do be fucking over Bambi when it come to that shit. I almost feel like you do that shit on purpose. Like, I'm going to go and get my mama to help me make my wife feel bad because I'm mad at her about something. It's childish. It's disrespectful. And in all honesty, if you want a divorce that fucking bad, just go get one. Just go get divorced, sir. But we know you're not going to do that because essentially you love Bambi. You really like her. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why he act like he don't like her. Him and Bambi smoke, rap, and play basketball together. That's his friend. But he also, I think, doesn't like the fact that he has to reassure her. But you can't cheat on somebody a lot and then get mad when they need reassurance. Like, it is what it is. Child, Erica had the same issue with Scrappy. Bambi knew who she married. It was documented, but Bambi wanted him despite Erica and his unhealthy relationship with his mother. This is very true. It is true. But this is my thing. Just because somebody entered into a relationship with somebody, it doesn't mean that they have to stay in that relationship, and it doesn't mean they have to take it. I feel like a lot of times when somebody points out how a man is wrong in a situation, people will use an argument like, well, she knew who she was getting married to. When essentially, I think that's kind of bullshit. I think it's kind of bullshit because we all know at the beginning of a marriage or even at the beginning of a relationship, shit be all rosy. And you don't even really see how certain things can be problematic until time goes on and you put more stresses on a relationship and the newness of it falls away. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like there have been times when Mama D and Bambi have been on good terms. So I think that it's like a cycle where they'll be good and you think everything's fine, and then we cycle back around to some bullshit. But you love the nigga, and you feel like you can deal with it at one point. And as time goes on, you start to realize you really can't deal with the shit. So it doesn't mean that Scrappy isn't wrong. It doesn't mean that Mama D isn't wrong just because Bambi knew who they were when she married him. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like when people say that, because I can remember when we were talking about like the Monique and Chris situation, well, she knew who she married. Like, what the fuck? So what that mean? What that mean? I'm not supposed to have no feelings about it. I'm just supposed to shut up and take it because I knew who I married, huh? Like that whole idea. I feel like a lot of times it's just kind of like I could have known. Guess what? I changed my mind. Now what? You know what I'm saying? It was over for me when she put that lady mama on the obituary. Child. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like they give Mama D a lot of space because they think she does a lot of things for the show. I'm gonna tell you that. I do think that sometimes I think they just be like, oh, Mama D just acting a fool for the show. But no, Mama D really is controlling and didn't do what she was supposed to do by Scrappy. And now that Scrappy is kind of shunning her in certain ways, I think she tries to blame Bambi for that. But really, Scrappy acts the way he does with her because of their relationship, because he feels disrespected by her often. I think Scrappy goes to his mom looking for emotional comfort, and she talks to him like a pimp, and it makes him feel bad. And so then he don't want to talk to her no more. They get into it and she blames Bambi. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of things that have happened over the years in their relationship where it's like, you could be aware of some things. You could totally know some things about a person and think it's stuff you can deal with until you get more and more into the situation and shit gets worse. Or the need for them to not be as fucked up get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like you want more peace when you have more kids. I just feel like time alters perception. I don't give Bambi no sympathy because I see Sneaky all over her. She gives me taking all the toilet paper out the house or taking his kids and disappearing with no contact. I get that, but she has never done that. So I feel like I can't put that on her because we haven't seen her do that. Honestly, and she might be a lot of things, but in a lot of these situations with Scrappy, I understand where she's coming from. It's just, what you gonna do, bitch? You gonna stay there and deal with it, or you gonna keep crying like Erica did? What you gonna do, bitch? In my view, Mama D is controlling, and whenever she feels like she's losing her grasp on Scrappy, she starts acting out. Exactly, and she blames Bambi. Scrappy uses his mother as his mouthpiece like Tisha does. He did with Erica and now with Bambi. That's another thing that's true. Bambi and Mama D are the same, like controlling ways, like how she controls the situation with his daughter. Does she control the situation with his daughter? I didn't realize that. Plus, I think Bambi has grown up some now that she's a mother. Doesn't make her perfect, but I do see a bit of change. Scrappy, the Bam, Mama D, Needy, Yana, for real. They do. Keep crying. That's what you do. Keep crying. Okay, yeah, she went from one stepchild to 3 children and one stepchild, and Mama D is OC like I'm really shaking my head. she don't seem to be that petty. Like, I don't think she's that petty at all, honestly. I honestly, like, most of the time, like Bambi. Bambi got her shit with her, but I don't think like Bambi is overly problematic all the time. She has her moments, but she's not that bad. But anyway, y'all, that was Ratchet Reality. We covered a lot of shows today. We did Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, child, Black Ink Crew, and we did the Surreal Life, and we did After Happily Ever After. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm going to take some rest, and I will be back with you guys to do Queen of the Damned around 5 o'clock. So I will see you guys back on here then. All my members, make sure you check. I did a BondyBlue show yesterday. All my BondyBlue shows, the lives will be members only from now on. I will cut up pieces and maybe put them up, at different times. But for the most part, if you want to see my BondyBlue shows, make sure you become a member. Love y'all. Talk